Hello, traders. Welcome to the Friday afternoon stream. We're in Power Hour. We're in.
It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
So, yeah, we got like, if all stayed the same or equal in the next 24 minutes, we'd have a historic close on the S&P 500. I'm looking at futures. Yeah, I know, but we're going on a nice nice bullish engulfing candle, some sort of 3-bar play, 4-bar play, I guess. Yeah, they would, if it did engulf, it would be a 4-bar play, right? Where you have 3 candles, but 3 candles, 1 green candle, 1 red candle, 1 green engulfing candle. That's called 3-bar play. This would be the 4-bar play, where you've got 2 red candles and a green engulfing candle, but it's close. Not sure if we're gonna get it, but either way, I mean, like you're setting up. I mean, what's the thumbnail? Record, right? We got records going on right now. S&P 500 futures up 3.62%, breaking through a consolidation phase we've been contained within since late May. And that's it, man. Breaking the roof off. Incredible. And this is like, all right, thinking Nvidia and some maybe a couple other Mag 7s gonna be what drives this index fund higher. Playing out so well. What's up, Brad? What's up, Ship? Matt Campbell, Clan. Yeah, dude. Stem and D, Triple D. Yeah, dude. Some pretty good ones. So, you know, forget the daily, whether we close at a record or not. It's right there. Currently, you would be by like a few dollars, but not a big deal. We're gonna like look at the ETFs, like all the sectors of the S&P 500 today, but I'm just gonna look at all the futures first. I like looking at the S&P, the Nasdaq, you know, has been the worst performer, trying to play catch up to the other 3 index funds. Still kind of struggling, not even gonna be making the highest daily close since July 10th. Gonna be making the highest daily candle close since the 4th, since a few days ago. So nothing really special about this. I don't even think it's gonna be historical weekly close. It won't even be that. So yep, just need some more juice from Nvidia. Meta, Microsoft probably need to catch up some more too. They're taking a break today. And yeah, just catching up. It would be, I got 1, 2, 3. It'd be like the 4th highest weekly candle close ever on the Nasdaq, but that is just not the same situation for the other 3, right? Where you got Dow Jones, boom, gonna be the highest close ever in 1 hour 21 minutes. Futures, 21 minutes for spot. Russ 2000, same thing, going for a record close. 3 of the 4, not bad. Okay. Let's look at Nvidia. It'll be the second highest weekly candle close ever if they keep it as is, unless we get a 21-minute pump, which they could. I mean, like, you know how it is. This is when Wall Street, the bots, the algorithms, they're doing things in the last 30 minutes of trading. Okay, they trade Moss, people I introduced Jake to. Last 30 minutes of trading is when they have a pretty big edge with all that data and information they're getting in before anyone else. And that's when they're making plays. So who knows? 225.40 if you want the highest weekly close ever on Nvidia. All right. Big, massive bullish engulfing candle. We got a 11.12% candle on the week. It's been a while, man, since we've seen a weekly candle that large, right? I mean, nothing at all. And we haven't seen an 11% green candle on Nvidia since May of 2025. It's been over a year, and that was a big gap up in it. Gapped and goed, it ran. So this just, to me, I think is the key to the city. I think this consolidation super healthy. I think they put in the highest low, and back above 212, you're in incredible shape for higher prices in time. But that's nothing new, right? Kind of just thinking about that. Wow. Okay, if you look at the Mag 7 first for the, yeah, we should just run through the Mags. Oh man, like Bitcoin, if you look above my head, is actually doing something really good. Like, we needed this, man. Yesterday's price action on stream was horrible, and they caught their footing. We had a good macro day. The macro day is ongoing still, and Bitcoin's been a beneficiary of that good macro environment. But above everything, 64,899. They're trying to break it right now. They broke it earlier, and guess what? They couldn't do it. But you're now rivaling the previous highs. You're no longer making like actual consecutive lower highs. A little bit better situation. So this is a very major development after 4, 8, 12, 16, 12. After 24 hours of red 4-hour candle. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the 60-minute. I'm sorry. I always had the 4-hour. After 6 hours of red candles, 6 red candles on the 60-minute, we're catching finally a green candle back above the key level from April 2021, the old all-time high. So good stuff there, man.
Is this your homework, Larry?
See what happens, Larry?
Can devs do something?
Every day I'm checking price, and it's rising. Check price, good price. I have underinvested by a lot.
Maybe so, dude. Maybe you have underinvested by a lot. I mean, we know the weekly. We got the weekly. We got the conviction of the edge, right? The bullish divergence, the wave structures, buyers defending key levels. So we got everything we need on the weekly for Bitcoin to go higher, implying 70K, but the bids have to come in, and they hadn't. And maybe they are, though. It's just really choppy, hard market, man. And it wasn't even doing that on the altcoins. Ethereum, yes, but not really. I mean, XRP, remember, we were looking at XRP making its lowest level in 2.5 years or something stupid. So I just wanted to look at that, and just run through these real quick. Okay, so let's look at Tesla, up 2.42%. I mean, this one, they're still keeping it going. You know, we know there's no structure here, right? There's no confirmation low. There's no, you know, through rising valleys. There's no M-shaped completion, I don't think, anyway. It's just the macro is good, so sometimes, you know, assets will rally, and that's what's going on. Tesla made its highest level since the horrible earnings report dump. So cool story to see it up. Best performer of the Mag 7, and then Nvidia's after that. Then Amazon, we know, is just like weekly. So good. What an uptrend. I mean, just unbeatable uptrend. Though it's been choppy, man. Say you bought February 2025. Say you bought 552 days again. You're only up 12%. Oh, I guess that's outperforming that annual 7 to 10% on the S&P. So yeah, it's kind of long time spinning the wheels for some gain, I guess. Meta, which, you know, very optimistic here, whether it starts running now, resolving, right, with a more expanded rally because of the type 2 return, because, you know, that's the framework that we know well. Scott Carney has taught us well. If they can break 600 soon, yeah, I mean, you're going to go testing that supply line again. If not, okay, maybe they come fill a couple gaps. Maybe you get some local price action, get one more chance. I mean, it was so violent. It was so fast, right? How they did it. They just like bad earnings and then 3 green candles in a row, and you're just like, what? Elevated. What's up, Jimmy, man?
Jimmy tipped $24.24. TNDM, what a comeback. Thoughts on SPCX? Thanks, man.
Jimmy, man, thanks to 2424. You went Super Saiyan. I heard it, dude. You were moving so fast, I couldn't even see you going Super Saiyan, bro. Wow. So yeah, TNDM, 30% candle. Remember they reported earnings last night. Yesterday it was down 18%. You wake up, it's still down a lot. And then it rallies all day. And again, from the low, from the open to now, 30%, maybe a little more. I only checked on it maybe an hour and a half ago. It's probably moved some. But yeah, incredible. We'll look at whatever you just said. Was it something? You said SpaceX. Yeah, what a day. I mean, what a week. Crazy comeback. Prison's come back up. Just kidding. So Meta in a very interesting spot. I mean, this is the stuff we look for eventual major reversal. So we'll see. It happened on Apple. It could happen on Meta. Microsoft, it had a little shark. And wow, today again, wow, it was so, depending on who you are, depending on how you interpret things. If you care about shadows, it's, oh my God, I guess it filled. I guess the gap filled at 505.30. But if you care about candle closes where they act, my opinion, where real gaps are, is like the traders settle up that price. November 17, 2025, they 507.22. They settled up there, and the next day it gapped down and opened at 494. That's why I think gaps really are when they fill the candle close, where the traders settled up that session 507. So I don't think they filled the gap. Ask me. If someone else might say, yeah, it's filled. But what an insane run continuously. I mean, that is 10-month highs, 9+ month highs on Microsoft. What a crazy recovery in such a short period of time. And it just took earnings made it happen, man. And at about time, this was such a terrible performer for such a long period of time. Wow, dude, like 7 months, 8 months of just horrible price action. So, okay, nice stuff. Apple up 0.26%. Still trying to recover. Was still eyeballing that piercing line reversal after back testing 302, maybe 300. Yeah, a little bit. I think this is probably going way higher. Like, I think it's just putting in the highest low ever. I think that was just an earnings report that was meh. Some people took some profit, but you see the trend. The overall trend is unbelievably good. You just can't. I mean, they're a money-making machine, dude. Multi-trillion-dollar company embedded in the lives of all of us. So this is after a pretty long period of consolidation, it's already resolving. So higher highs, higher lows, and onward. The only Mag 7 down today is Google, 0.75%. Don't really know how this is going to end. It seems like there's this sell wall. Or is it maybe like right here? Yeah, sell wall 373. They just can't break it. Had bad earnings, but macro recovery. This one's very choppy. Remember, if you cared about this, the time to care was the trade setup back last year in May of 2025 at 171 or something. 171 all the way to 404. Over doubling in price since then. It's been a lot harder to trade this. That was such an easy trade there. So anyway, those are your Mag 7s. I mean, someone could be like, dude, that's a right-angled and descending broadening formation. And it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, it wildly enough is. Thomas Volkowski would be like, man, that's kind of real. Kind of real as F. So I don't know what's going to be made of this. Just hit the sell wall again, and they up thrusted and failed. Maybe they come fill a gap at 332. I guess any failed attempt to see the bottom of the structure again would be a potential partial decline. So we'll just keep our eye on this weird development on Google performing bad compared to the rest today. What's up, True Trizzy? Path going nuts. RDW broke above 50 SMA. Who cares, dude? It's up 57% in a week. This is not a golf hat. This is like a ranch hat. This is, I don't know if you can read that, dude. Yeah, it's like my favorite. It's a trucker hat. They call these trucker hats. It's kind of like the new thing. It's the vibe. It's what's in, I guess. That and long Nike socks, white sneakers.
Can we look at IBM?
Extra large shirts. That's what's in apparently. IBM, yeah. What else? Anonymous. Thank you for the 20. We'll certainly look at that. Okay, there's your Mag 7. Crap, I should have been looking at the weekly. Let's just like look at the let's look at the metals real quick, because my God, they finally did something. Kind of thought maybe this was where it was inching, based on the 4 hour, what we were looking at. Remember, it was that positive price action correlation. We didn't know because the trend was so bad, but it was there, right? It was like, dang man, 4,024. You wish XRP would have correlated this well to its own respective level, and it didn't. It dumped and lost it. So, but incredible to see the Momo shift and then the run. And gold today hit its highest price since June 17th. Not bad. Like 6-week highs, roughly. But still nearing that 43.81. Very real inflection point. I mean, that's final boss stuff. I mean, not really, but it's like big boss, right? It's like the water temple in Zelda, you know. It's not Ganondorf's going to be, you know, way higher. Water temple, though, upcoming, because you got the supply line of this crazy corrective move, this intermediate downtrend. You got that kind of set up with the horizontal line resistance, the water temple resistance. Okay, so only real ones will get that. You're definitely a zoomer or a boomer if you don't understand what I'm talking about. Silver was up 3.5. It was up more. They broke this I guess channel or like rectangular structure, and it was kind of like, oh, is this Terra Luna? Is this natural gas? Right? Flip it over. It's like the high, the sell off, that slightly higher high, but the Momo shift, and that Momo shift, my God, and that last little wick to try to grab liquidity, those mother effers,
RTX, I'm beyond pumped for football to start, but yes, gold, hooray, perfect, thank you, Mitch.
The Venom Man. RTX, yeah, that's is that Raytheon, or is that, yeah, maybe Raytheon. Not crazy. RTX Corporation, what the, sorry dude, I'm just thinking. So 64.10 here is a huge deal. To break 64.10 means historically there's nothing till 70. I mean, I guess maybe 67, but yeah, this is like remember where all this is happening is the whole thesis behind maybe a reversal here was from this low point, clear discernible daily low point, to the highest high ever. This was all an 88% retrace. So to me, I mean, that's like kind of where you're looking for structures to develop if you want value, and the structure at the value areas did develop, and it was just kind of like, maybe it's just worth talking about, right? And that's what I posted that trade setup of this. So the thesis was that, right? The thesis for Nvidia was kind of like up, even though you got these stupid throwbacks, pullbacks to kind of mess up the party a little bit, maybe trigger some stops, but nevertheless, like the imminent reversal or continuation or whatever you want to call it, like did end up happening. It was just, you know, it's never picture perfect. They do try to stop loss hunt, grab liquidity. No raw. Apparently it's not. I thought RTX was Raytheon. Maybe I'm crazy. Anyway, we'll look at it. So those are your metals. And your copper finally pulled back at what a weird, crazy spot to pull back at, right? I mean, dude, that's insane, right? It looks like a rising wedge. And that's kind of an evening star at the supply line of this big channel, stemming all the way back, no pun intended, stemming back to May 2021. Yeah, so you're getting squeezed here between a couple upslipping trend lines. Apex is, you know, right here. Okay, your industrial metal cooled off. They must have threw it in the water and it's sizzling, making the bubbling noise. Okay. Oil real quick, down today, up yesterday. They're trying, by the grace of God, to hold on to the 75.25 level. They just can't really do it. If you want the macro to freak out, if you want Nvidia to do the thing we want it to, you want Bitcoin to break this level that it's testing right now above my head, like you probably want oil to collapse. You want it to lose 75.25 and retest 67s. Come back down here. Maybe put it in an M shape. If they put it in an M shape, it'd be crazy. I just don't see there's many supports that would maybe hold it. I just, man, $60 is like the strongest one. It'd be nice if they lost 67, went to 60, and maybe a structure developed there for a lower low double bottom for a way bigger move higher after. Or they, from this low point to high point, they put in an 886 down here. That would be kind of a more advantageous long. But I guess we'll see. Oh, chat, NVIDIA alert going off. We got a run with less than 6 minutes to go to the closing bell for the week. Go back to it, up 1.91%. Remember, this is the market driver. This is it, man. This is the key to the city. We've been talking about this. The king, the Zeus of the market's been sitting out for 8.5 months. Eventually, the king will wake back up and take everything with it.
Can you check luck? Thanks, M8.
And we could get a run leading into earnings, meaning like we could be running till August 26th. Random user. Yeah, we'll look at Lithium Americas Corporation. We'll look at it, man. Thanks so much. Thanks. Got Beetlejuice's Lewis and Clark. Okay, so funny. So like Jacob may have like an inside joke on his ranch where we're like traversing parts that he's never explored before, and I came up with the term Lewis and Clarking, or Lewis and Clark maxing. And he's up in Kentucky right now because they've got some. So they're anti-fund. They have like a home office they're creating and all that. They're investing in like enriched uranium, which is funny because remember we were all like URA bros for a while. And he's up there, and there's like a Lewis and Clark museum. So he's like he's freaking out right now because of that joke we have. So anyway, speaking of that, SpaceX, which is a request, I guess we just look at 14.6%. But dude, I mean, yesterday was 6. My God, dude, we're talking 22% roughly. It's at highs of day right now as I'm speaking, 131.90. This could run all the way to 150. Didn't it hit like some Fibonacci nodes, right? Oh my, dude, chat, look at that. You gotta be kidding me. What the?
Look here. Look, listen.
It hit like pretty much hit all the fib nodes. Whichever way you want to look at it, whether it's this or this. I mean, that's a 1618, 104. It got to 105. Okay, so the golden mean ratio just happened to be, and these were target areas when we were talking about this when you lost 150. So, man, you lose this, it's going to be horrible. And it was horrible. And then it finally, the selling subsided near the gold mean ratio. I think that's Fibonacci dreams right there, isn't it? I do declare. So anyway, crazy enough. Weekly, who cares? But massive engulfing candle, second highest volume candle we've seen since the crazy one where it went to 225. So rejoice and know there's probably some more upside just because there's nothing here. Like they could take it straight back up 11 to 12%. And it wouldn't be crazy. And it's up almost 16%. Chat, as I'm talking to you right now with like 1 minute, dude, it's local on the 8s. You kidding me? Well, less than 2 minutes to the closing bell for the week, the day. SpaceX pumping crazy amounts. Okay, so wonderful to see. I think this was like a request anyway for Jimothy. You should change your name to Jimothy because of the weird raccoon thing, right? NVIDIA closing the strong into the close. Did I say close into the strong? 224. Yeah, man. Definitely had a bet on this one to run into earnings. So 40 seconds and change. And this is going to be the highest, man, possibly. If it goes any higher, it'll be the highest. Wow, it might be the third highest daily candle close ever in 30 seconds. And we're talking about if it went to the 225s, it won't do it. But so it'll be the second highest weekly candle close ever on NVIDIA. So we're just going to chill here for a sec, 20 seconds. SPY ripping, and yeah, you can see it right here. Top left is the SPY futures. I wouldn't say ripping so much, but yeah, I mean, definitely looking better. I mean, you know, just near all-time highs. The Rust 2000, the biggest ripper, I guess, today from the, you know, selling off yesterday. Yep. There it is, chat. We got history. We got history. 3 of the 4 index funds, highest weekly candle closes ever. NVIDIA highest, second highest weekly candle close ever. So you look at the SPY, the SPY. Actually, I'm not even really looking at these much these days. There it is. You can just see it. Remember how this all started? Remember the piercing line reversal from last year? Incredible, man. Piercing line. And did you know? We didn't know, but we could just identify it. And it's just stayed there. Wow, looking back. That's right, we did it, man. We freaking did it. Dow Jones, all-time highs. It's beautiful. It's glorious. 54K. First weekly candle close above 54K. First weekly candle close above 53,000 ever. Wow, 2 birds, 1 stone. And then your Rust 2000. Just these are just spot highest close ever, right? So 3 of the 4. I guess we can look at the NASDAQ, IXIC. I don't ever look at the IXIC. I just look at futures. What's
Mitch,
second highest weekly candle close ever?
Golf hat. We should play sometime, but just so you know, the only things in my golf bag are a shovel, a baseball bat, and a pool cue.
Well, I would offer you to use my golf clubs, but I'm a lefty, so good luck. You ain't gonna. I know you're not a lefty, dude. I'm just saying, right? It's so rare that you're gonna get someone who's left-handed. So maybe it's a bull flag. You know, maybe it was just like this is the way it looked, and they just broke it out. I mean, maybe like that. A little pennant. Yeah, bull flag breakout. My God, dude. What if it is? You know, like what if it was? It'd be like kind of crazy. I don't know, man. You just never know. It'd be like something like that. It'd be like a $30,000 bull flag measured move, 30K. Which makes sense, right? I mean, psychologically, I think they would probably want that if NVIDIA was going to run, if Meta was going to actually resolve with a huge turnaround with that type 2 return of the bullish bat pattern. If Microsoft was going to continue to run, yeah, I think that would be, and I'm sure many others out there would be running too, but that's kind of the thesis where, the memory, a lot of those smaller cap semiconductors that have been just going nuts. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with those. Chances are they maybe don't make the same highs and people keep taking profit and the money from there rotates into larger caps and we continue the bigger run. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Venom? I already said hey to Venom. Venom contributed, I think, this stream. What's up, Cactus? What's up, K2? What's up, Black Mama Trader? Let's go, dude. We got NVIDIA holders in the chat. NVIDIA takeover. It's coming, dude. You don't even understand what's coming. People forgot, right? Just like man, the One Ring fell. You know, Isildur, he lost it. And what was it? What was once history became legend. What became legend became myth. That's NVIDIA, okay? Everyone already forgot.
Congrats investors, traders, shorters, saluting face emoji.
Is that a joint? Is that a joint?
Thank you, dude. Am I Asian? What? Yeah, I guess you can't see because you can't see my eyes right now. I guess you'll have to wonder that forever. Since this is my only live stream I've ever done in my entire life. There's never been a picture of me published on the internet ever. This is all you've ever seen of me, so I might be Asian. Catalyst, you're lefty. Well, you can hit my golf clubs, but I'm talking about Napoleon Dynamite, dude. You weren't the one talking about golfing in Montana or wherever. Or in... I don't even know. That didn't even show up on my... Oh, yeah, that's because it's from Tangia. Anyway, incredible stuff, man. RSP, I bet you was a record. the equal weighted ETF of the S&P 500. Huge history here. Just incredible. I mean, last week was also a record, but barely. And then this was the statement. So 2 record closes in a row, despite it being close last week. Just insane, man. I mean, like, when end? Oh, never end. Never end. But just think about where we are when things do end. They always bring it back to the 200-week simple moving average. So if we're, where we are now, you could understand zero value, not a buying opportunity for like basement dwellers. And I don't mean like basement dwellers like, oh, they're living. I'm talking about people who like have cash and want to buy in the basement. That's what I mean. You will need to wait until the RSP comes back to the 200-week moving average, and then you will know you have an incredible opportunity going forward. But for now, so extended away from this moving average, 28.8% away. Insane. Broad-based market rally equals healthy rally, healthy market. Okay, I guess we just knock out. Did we look at Bitcoin itself? I don't think we looked at the Bitcoin chart on screen. Remember the weekly? It's all there, right? It's there. Like, if the TA is respected, this thing's going to... I mean, if the TA on the weekly is respected, you won't even believe it. Probably at least 82K. With what we know from what we've learned over many years on many different markets is... when you see a setup, when you see a congregation of variables that are so favorable on the weekly time scale, each candle represents 7 days here. It typically, if it does play out, it manifests into a much more substantial recovery rally than just the 4-hour or daily. So this is implying big things coming. Assuming, if you look above my head, we can break that 64,899 for real convincingly. It looks like you've spent the greater part of going on 6 weeks trying to break this level. 6 weeks. And can't do it. It's still trading above that 200-week moving average. Barely. What a battle. And what are you talking? It's just right here, man. This is 6-week battle ongoing between buyers and sellers on Bitcoin. You break it, you fail. You break it, you fail. Oh my God, we're going to be... That's what's been going on. But the weekly is just saying higher in time, as long as we stay above like 58K, I think you're in good shape for higher in time. And same with Ethereum, just real quick, because we looked, whatever, here's Ethereum, same thing. If Bitcoin TA is respected, then Ethereum TA, I believe, will be respected too. There is a chance, maybe, that Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin in the short term. There's a chance. One thing I haven't looked at in a while is Ethereum paired against Bitcoin, which I believe it did. It did dump again, but I think it might be starting to recover a little bit. Yeah, so this is the thing about the weekly on Ethereum paired against Bitcoin. People forgot it's really the monthly, but like they're just like, I mean, what if they defend like this 2.3, 2.4 million Satoshi inflection zone and they put it in a type 2? That would be like actually crazy. I think this extends back to like here, really, back to 2016, this level. They're going for eventually a test, maybe. They hold that type of... This could be insane. I don't even know how or why this would play out, right? Based on what's happened to the market, but maybe Vitalik, like, maybe his brain gets in the mainframe and then super AI takes over his brain and he no longer does the cat and dog meowing at events and stuff, and like this protocol turns it around and starts outperforming Bitcoin. It's just hard to believe in this market environment how this could actually play out, but it has before. If you remember, there was an old M shape just like that and went crazy. So I wonder, the thing would happen anyway would probably be hopefully like something like this, and then this, and then this, and Bitcoin's outperforming until like September 2027, and then eventually, you know, the reversal happens. That would be an M-shaped type 2 return here of this bigger structure. That would make more sense. Catalyzed by something crazy, dude. Like just wild to look at. Anyway, so I just wanted to see those for a second. These ETFs real quick. Let's look best to worst. The best today was the Home Builders ETF on the weekly. It looks incredible. I mean, it's pretty neutral, I guess, locally, because you got like lower highs than the highest high from October 2024, September 2024. So we're talking almost 2 years ago, sideways. People be like, oh, it's a head and shoulders. I don't know, man. If you're trading above the 200-week moving average so well, it just looks like it's consolidating, and there's probably like this local support it's holding on to. $100. Stay above $100 long enough, you'll go test 120, 125, and maybe continue this trend you're on, this trend you've been on for a while. It's like pretty nice. I mean, some will be like, oh, it's some sort of pseudo ascending triangle because the sell wall is 121. I mean, maybe I could see how like you're trying to come up with that as an argument, right? Like maybe get this high from July 2024 matches the high from September 2025, matches February 2026 high. So maybe it's just kind of a zone. You get it? So that's Home Builders. Just flat for 2 effing years. Nothing. Okay. Weekly. XLY, consumer discretionary, looks really, really strong. I think the split, so all my lines got screwed up. Let me redo the thing. Are y'all still here? Y'all watching? Just make sure I'm not like doing this for just myself. Can y'all hear me? I'd appreciate some feedback. Thanks. As you know, the old high back from 2021 seems like they're up against the high from December 2024. So this is like a huge resistance. They gapped it up though this week. They did. So 3.25% this week. Last week was like a bullish inside bar. I guess they call follow through. So just the higher lows though, that higher low than the previous low locally, very promising. So I mean, you just got another sector of the S&P that just making higher highs, higher lows for a while, and it's just put in maybe its highest low ever. So something to pay attention to. This is up against a big breakout watch. Big breakout watch. Set an alert up. You can hear everything sounds okay, right? Maybe. I'm an Iranian guy. Yeah, dude, maybe. XLK. I mean, look at that, you know, weekly. Was it like a flag? And you had a big breakout. So did technology break out? Someone would say, yeah, we had a breakout this week on technology sector. Big engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle, highest weekly candle close since mid-June. Entertainment leisure sector. Second highest weekly candle close ever, second to the June 22nd high. I mean, again, another one that's just like unstoppable. Unstoppable, getting ready for history again. I mean, I'm sure you've hit some sort of like you're at, or I know you're above probably the 1618. You're at it. You're right at the 1618. You've been at the 1618. I guess for the first time, you tested it for the first time ever last week, and that's where it pulled back, and you're still below 6814. So you're in pretty deep fib extension territory. I mean, that's the golden mean ratio. So above that could be crazy. Let's just know where you are, right? XLB, which is the materials sector, also looking like it's about to go to all-time high. This definitely looks like some sort of bullish pennant, does it not? Oh yeah, look at that craziness. It looks so good, right? That's what it is. Just a little weekly bullish pennant or an ascending triangle. It's pretty, man. And this is all after forever.
Can we take a look
5
at
years
GT,
consolidation. What's up, Dan Marland? Thank you, dude, for 5. Yeah, we could scooch over there. GT is like a, one that had a great setup where it was, value play with the structures. But XLB, look at the materials sector, chat. This is it, man. This is like, okay, 5 years of bullish consolidation. Why bullish? Because remember the The impulse before it was up. Remember the trend before, only higher highs, higher lows. This is all over now. This is like kind of reminds me of NVIDIA. Like so much time consolidating bullishly. They finally break out, and you're just now putting in the highest low ever. And look, this high right there, they're just confirming it as support in May, and you're just getting ready for higher prices. The XLB materials sector. All right. XLV, healthcare. Also, we had looked at this one, you know, back in July last year, and this thing was, and also May of this year. I mean, all-time highs. That was record. Today, record close on the XLV. The daily was where we saw that dragon right here. I mean, remember the humble beginnings? Where it's run now. Yep, hit a 1272, but you're probably looking at 179 in time, man. So much consolidation for so long, and now you're breaking out. Hard to be bearish on the market when things like utilities, though, is probably one of your worst looking ones, which is interesting because utilities are what, if you remember COVID, if you remember like drawdowns, utilities tend to do the best, they tend to lose the most, or lose the least amount in the worst conditions. So if you look at this, it goes all the way back to 2009, this demand line. You can understand, like, if they took the XLU back to 3730, back to this demand line, it's going to be probably inverse correlated to the other sectors, risk on sectors. And where how high are we on NVIDIA and the risk on if this thing does correct? Because it looks like it needs a correction. It looks like a head and shoulders, doesn't it? It looks like they just failed 46.28 to break it, and it looks ready to roll over, at least for some time. It needs a correct, man. It's been going straight up since 2023, and now it's finally showing structure where it's like, maybe it's cooked for a little bit. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, they lost the channel, but more importantly than the channel, you just look at local. Look at that. I mean, I don't need to say it.
Oh, would you look at that?
It's like just like 46.68, right? They up thrusted through it, and then you're just now making consecutive lower highs. It just looks like it's ready to correct more, and that's okay. That happens. But yeah, and just correct back to 41.77. Okay, so let's go on to back of the weekly. Let's go to the Dow Jones transportation sector, whatever. Just really elevated, no structures, just kind of failing to break 22,417. That candle, that record close from April. Just can't break it, man. Almost looks a little bit like utilities, where a pullback here would be healthy, but whatever. XLRE we looked at, I think, a couple days ago. Your weekly here, I mean, above 44.13, great. But man, the 45.47, there's so many levels. Like, this is such a real level they can't break either. So, but it's been uptrending for sure. They've been uptrending this thing. XLI, record close on the industrial sector. A record weekly candle close just now, moments ago. All-time highs. We did it, man. The commodities index tracking fund, if you will. Is that a type 2 return? Oh man. What if it is? How screwed are we? Someone would be like cut with handle on this stuff. I don't really think so. I think, like, prove to me price above $32 and then we'll talk. Yeah, then wide open spaces. But until then, can't really sign off right now. Commodities had a crazy run. We were here. We identified all this spring back test behavior back a year ago, and it ran and played out. And it's like, okay, well, then that's people taking profit up here. Like, this is reallocate. Like, you're not trying to mess around. It's almost like, remember the U.S. oil trade? U.S. oil trade played out in like a month. And it's like, dude, you're done. Like, you're not, now it's just going to chop for months, half a year, all over the place. Casino. So if you miss the run, just don't try to mess with it. You got to find it where there actually is the setup, which is where we can construct trading plans strategically have the best reward to risk, and have the edge. Okay, XLC Communications. Maybe bull flagging also could be showing distribution. Looks like, I guess you're safe above 105.55. Below that, kind of maybe say, nah. Look at the run, man. Since the inverse head and shoulders back in 2023. Just been going straight. Now it's just in sideways mode. Good luck, you know. Topped out about a year ago and has just been doing nothing. XLP, which is your consumer staples. Bro, I mean, for real, look what they're doing. Like, this is what they're actually doing. They're like 84, 84.50. The trading range top. Like, they broke it and they're still holding it. Like, it's actually kind of incredible. Long-term uptrend, crazy long-term uptrend. So, like, you can't be surprised here if they're recapturing the breakout right now. Anything above $84 is golden on the XLP. That's crazy. So you could be seeing all-time highs soon if it's real. $90 again and beyond. Wow, man, the amount of time of bullish consolidation, it's been like 665 days. That's crazy. Okay, XLF financials, one of the only sectors down today. But look at the weekly. It was a historic close, highest weekly candle close ever. We're talking about 4 record weekly closes in a row for the financial sector of the S&P 500. Incredible. Only sector, there was this, I guess 9 of 11 S&P sectors were green today. And then the last was XLE, energy sector, which is down, and it looks a crap load like the XL or just US oil before it dumped. I mean, it does look just so choppy. Remember that? That's a dark cloud cover right there from March, and they have not invalidated that dark cloud cover reversal. They're only making lower highs right now. I mean, some would say bull flag. I would say could possibly 3 falling peaks. 3 falling peaks would be amazing, because if they dumped it, they could take it back down here. They never really spent time back testing this mega breakout. So maybe if like the war fear subside and risk on's going to go berserk, XLE is going to continue to struggle. Okay. It just hadn't been the same since US oil topped out. Hasn't. Since risk on bottomed, or was a 10% correction this year, 10% correction on risk on while this thing flourished, and then it topped out when the bottom got put on all the other markets, all the other sectors. So not doing well in this better environment for risk on. So I could see that continuing, man. You had your party and the party could be over. And the daily here, I mean, there you go. Here's your daily. It's like, all right, supply line that they failed to break. Look, they outthrusted through it, and then they back tested it and confirmed it as resistance. That would lead me to believe that probably lower, not like all the way, but maybe a sell-off. That's a upthrust back test upthrust. That's the different. That's the opposite of a spring back test of spring. That would imply higher if we plotted it like that, and still be in a good trend. But maybe they run a test to 200 for the first time since November 2025. So. Yeah, it doesn't look hot, and that's good. We don't want XLE to really look hot anymore, okay? Because we know the implications of it. We want this thing to crap out. We want it to dump. We want it to go to 50. All right. What's that, Black Mamba? What you saying? Talking about GLD. Well, GLD is gold, right? Yeah. Well, we just XAU. We just look at the XAU. We don't look at the ETF really of it. I mean, you can, I guess. It's just like you're looking at something that tracks the asset that we are looking at. So let's look at these requests. I just wanted to go through those real quick. You know, we looked at SpaceX, which is the first request. We can look at TNDM for Jimmy too, because you know, why not, man? What kind of drama and create 19% up? Wow. Well, we never even cared about this thing on the daily or even the weekly as much. We cared about the monthly, and look at that. Highest weekly candle close on TNDM since March 16th. So multi-month highs after the crazy drama. But look where you're at, man. This is it. Like this is like ACHR, but on like a 10 times larger scale. It's the lower low, double bottom. It's the U shape. It's got everything that ACHR had. Dude, the spring back test, like, this is it. I mean, you're targeting 53, 120, and really like 150 on this one. But you're not going to have the patience for it. You'll give up before it happens, but it's there. Like, it's one of the grandest harmonic frameworks on a monthly time scale that you could probably find on the entire market. This is it, dude. So good. Wow. We'll be older, but eventually I think we see $50+ TNDM, which is crazy. Okay, next request, IBM. UBM. IBM. Did you assume my gender? Okay. Did this one in log? Did I do it in log? No, it wasn't log. It was just standard. Let's go to the weekly. Check it out. See, the thing about this, man, there's nothing else to do on IBM, in my opinion. Like, I swear to God, man, we were here, and 6 years ago, we were here. I identified this Gartley. I remember identifying the 116.95 backtest, the resistance turned to support, the bottom of this crazy channel it's been confined in forever. And it played out. And now it's just like US oil. The trade played out. This was like an investment. The investment played out. You probably called it quits. You might have called it quits 206. But it just kept going, man. Just insane. And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, dude, this is like a, how do you even mess with this? I don't even, it's the choppiest crap ever. Yeah, there was like bullish divergence on the weekly, and it's 3 green candles, right? Unfilled gaps, I guess, you know. But I guess we can scale in on the daily. That was nasty, man. Really hard to make sense of this. Like, what's the support? Is it this the support? It looks like maybe 215 could be a support area. Then you got resistance. You got resistance at 236 right here that you're up against right now. So the volume on this dump was so massive. This could very well be a breakaway gap. Like, they might not be filling this gap anytime soon. Even if they continue to run this thing, that volume is stupid. That's the highest volume you've seen on IBM in at least 12 years, right? A gap down, highest volume in 12 years, could probably is a breakaway gap. So they'll run it, maybe they do 200, but they're not going to fill the gap most likely based on that volume signature and price disparity. But yeah, this is not the place to be caring about IBM anymore. You had so many opportunities. It was all over the place. Now it's on the other side of the fence. So maybe though, I guess have your stop, you know, a little below 215. If you gets triggered, probably don't want to own it. If you're playing this crap, don't end up below 215, 214 or whatever, okay? Thank you, Anon. RTX for Venom. Which I thought it was Raytheon. Maybe I'm just crazy. RTX Corporation. It is. I thought RTX Corporation is Raytheon. Guess I'm just nuts. It's aerospace defense. It's Raytheon. So it's just been on a crazy run, man, for a long time, and it just made all-time highs this week. Highest daily candle close ever was yesterday. Second highest today. Third highest 2 days ago. So yeah, just broke out, man. Broke out. Not much more to it beyond that. I'm sure there's a crazy uptrend channel we could plot. Maybe it's like this, you know, maybe. Is it like that? Like the original anchor points, and they like re-caught it. Is it like that? I was just saying like 1 and 2 here, right? The initial ones, and then like they lost it and they recaptured and confirmed 3 times, and then it ran. And now like they lost it and they recaptured it and reconfirmed it in late July, and it's just running. Maybe something like that. Hard to say. I don't know, man. It doesn't look. Maybe we could go log scale. We could just be open-minded here and try to log it. Log works a little bit better, maybe. Yeah, log works really well, kind of. Yeah, 1 and 2. I never saw it again. Yeah, it's just uptrending, I guess, right? So I'm not trying to trade this or anything. So, right, there's only a certain way to trade here, and if we can't do that because the asset isn't in a position to do it, then we're just gonna screw around. We're gonna do channels and Fibonacci and whatever. A high to low, you know, you're nearing the 1272 locally, so 226.50, 1414 is 232.70, 1618 is 241.50. It's just been doing well, man. It's been running, and it's in an uptrend, man. So like any pullback you get, it's probably gonna be the highest low ever, and it's gonna run again later. You just have a really good trend on your hands. Been kind of unstoppable. Love the 200 moving average, healthy trend. Everything's good on this. Survived earnings, no problem. Dividend coming in a week from now or something. Okay, we got through all the index funds. Nice. I know someone wanted the. Let me see. Oh, let's get LAC. Now LAC is for random user. Lithium Americas Corporation. Hello. Good. This little kid who would rage out on Call of Duty videos. His brother would. I need to get that sound clipped. Oh, lithium split. So I'm gonna have to like replot all my stuff. No way. No. Wrong chart. Nice. Right? What the heck? Thank God it's on my watch list because it doesn't show up when you type it in anymore. He would scream, "Good heavy!" through his little microphone to his teammates. So yeah, I mean, a round tripped, complete round trip. But guess what? 262. They pivoted it. Don't think you have an M shape or anything. I don't even think here it was a higher high on the C point, so it's not like a butterfly or anything, or a crab, excuse me. 1 4 and 4. So I mean, again, down, you're in the basement, but do you have a structure after the impulse? No structure, but just kind of pulling a Tesla, right? It just beaten down so bad they finally got to a liquidity zone. Remember this? They got to 262, which is that old high from 2014, and they kind of front ran it there. So we would wait for a second test. We wait for a structure to develop, like an M shape and classic accumulation. But we got to have a lot more than this. This is just their beginning reflexive rally. That's typically what happens, right? It'll be oversold, lots of negative momentum, and eventually it'll rally. So the rally subside after bearish back test, and they come back down. Oh, they lose 262, and then what we want is something like this, because if that happens, all the things we covet will develop on the oscillators. Remember? Right, we'll lose it. And this wasn't a good example on the MACD, but the RSI would be a perfect example where you get to oversold. And you're oversold on the slightly lower low, and then it's the X, A, B, C, D, right? The predictable patterns. What the heck, man? So what I'm saying is, like, you get the slightly lower low, and then here you get the bullish divergence, and then you know sellers are exhausted. And then after that, you'd be wanting to see some favorable price action correlation to the key level of 262. We know this is such a real battleground area, duh. That we would just start wanting to see a slightly lower double bottom with good favorable stuff at that level. That's what you want. If you want an edge, if you want to be able to optimally construct a trading plan, this is it. This is what you want to see. You don't have that yet on LAC. So we would wait for that. If it never happens, whatever. We're looking for assets that are doing stuff like this. Okay, that makes sense. Lacking. Yeah, dude, it's back. Bring the memes back. But you can't say that because it went 100% up, you know, in like a day or two. That was lack, and then that's kind of it. There's no more requests that are formal. But someone did want a little update on Goodyear, so it's like fine. We can just look at it. Ugh, so annoying, dude. So annoying. Yeah, was it earnings? Of course it was earnings. Earnings was bad. Yeah, just you can't win, man. With just like the earnings. I mean, you got everything. Like you do all the right things, right? You find, and it's probably not dead yet. I don't think it's dead at all. It's just really disappointing. Earnings will just do this, right? Oh, it's going to check back. Maybe it's going to 584, 635 for a test. Maybe it's got to just keep doing the dance down here. But we just know on the weekly, man, it's like this is like, we know what it is. Like they could lose it again, right? Look what they did here. They put in the lower low before it rallied. Look, a lower low violation before it rallied. Not really in 1990 though. Look at this. They lose it again, then they recapture and correlate positively before the big run happened. I mean, back in 09, they just lost it slightly lower low, but then recovered. And so here we are back at it, and they could just crap around. They could do stupid crap like this, right? Locally lower low, and then come back, and then just goes. Then it's on, you know, like, so we're in that limbo, still waiting for something to happen because it hasn't yet. But we know we're in the area where historically it's the Goodyear tire comet. Okay. Always and forever. 3,000 years, this wall has stood tall and it has never been captured or lost. Okay. Well, maybe they'll lose it for a second, but they will probably recapture it in time, according to history. So, okay. That's your Goodyear. Bad earnings, man. Down 4.75%. Ugh. Today. Alone. Bad week. Down 7.3%. Ugh. Okay, we've been live an hour and 8 minutes. We've gone through the markets, looked at the weeklies. Okay, we did things. What more do you want from me? I just go live, do these things, and then I'm gone. Right? We can look at STEM. You remember STEM also did well today? Maybe because of TNDM. I don't know. Neuronetics is incredible, man. Highest daily candle close on STEM since November 6, 2025. So, I mean, this is incredible. This is like right. We looked at this last stream yesterday, but it's like the same thing, right? Just like Goodyear tire. I'm not going to ever apologize for identifying structures that mature at these levels, and then say, hey, there's opportunity. You have an edge, and it's like if they fail, like bad earnings or Goodyear tire or something like that. I'm just like, you know, whatever. You move on. That's why you don't go all in on any one trade. That's why you have to play an
did
understand.
Mitre bring a ladder to the bar? He heard the drinks were on the house. PGR, please.
That's right, dude. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Bruh. Wish I had a laugh sound clip, but I don't. Thank you, dude. That was the funniest joke I've ever heard in my entire life, and I know you came up with it. Oh, oops, I just peed my pants. Thank you so much, dude. But for real, right? Yeah, dude, peed my pants. PGR, yeah, progressive. It didn't look necessarily crazy or anything. I know I scanned through it. I mean, I was scanning, right? And I found it, and I was like, see some of them maybe? But yeah, it still seems like it could be in this. Maybe they're trying to recatch their footing here. They could be. Bro, 202 is death. Below 202 is like no reason to own this. So it just all depends on like if that level can hold. Like they're trying to catch the buyers are trying to recapture some momentum here. Holding right after that bad earnings, right? Bad earnings and gap down a lot. I mean, gap down, what was it? Almost 10% gap down on earnings. Fortunately, you don't have crazy high volume. They are back above the 200-day simple moving average. So it's just like, if you're asking me to look at it, right? It's correcting, right? It topped out in May of last year. So over a year ago. But like corrections that can conclude. And it can just be like, you don't know when, right? Like, oh, it could be like this down here in 2021, right? Where they topped out and then they made a lower high, but they just kept making higher lows and they kept defending this $90 level before it ran higher. I mean, it's the same thing. We don't never acting like we know. We just know the cutoff. And I'll tell you this, the cutoff is below $202. Like, you wouldn't want to own PGR below that. But if you're above it, hey, there's a chance. There's a chance, man. They go fill the gap at 226 and then this thing goes to 245 after that. Yeah. But we know losing 200, 202 means you're probably going to go fill the gap at 170 and you're probably going to go revert back to 144 and make a deep retrace. So yeah, all because of this price action lately in a positive macro environment. It's the only reason why it's kind of maybe versus just a straight heck no. Where assets go on big runs like gold and silver, and then they top out, they dead cat bounce, and then they're just making lower highs, lower lows for a long time. And then they finally have to lose 88% of their value from the previous major low. That's what silver did. Silver made an 886 from its major low from last year before the parabolic run. So just know PGR could do the same, but not until they lose 202 for real. A water-cooled Herman Miller would be pretty sick, but I mean, the problem is my AC's on blast back here because like my living room it's 26 windows, so it's not insulated, so it takes so much power to keep that room cold, decent temperature during the hottest parts of the day in South Florida. So like the other part of my penthouse is like a tundra, so I'm like freezing right now, so water cool Herman Miller wouldn't work very well at all for me. It'd be very cold. Semis, we can look at some, but they're not really anything like that stick out as like crazy, because they're just, maybe they're starting to recover. Like, I mean, SMCI is one where, yeah, it is a dream. Like, I know there's fraud and they're audited and all this stuff, but the weekly, you're hearing it from this stream, the weekly on SMCI is unbelievable. They bullishly engulfed this week. It was the highest weekly candle close on SMCI legit since June 1st. And your type 2 returning, spring back test 2341. I mean, this looks like in time, eventually, I don't know, it might pull back. As long as it stays above 2386, you're good. But eventually, something like this, at least to $62. Like, this is an unreal setup. Honestly, I can't even believe it. I don't know how or why. We don't try to ask questions. We just see the structure and it's like, wow. Low risk, high reward area with a structure that implies way higher in time. But it's a weekly, so remember that. It's not going to happen overnight. Wow. Stupid, dude. SMCI. And it's because of the fraud and the auditing that it's in that situation. It's not like the others that are just crazy high flyers, you know? So consider it like, hey, everything happens for a reason. They were audited and people got like arrested or something. So the structure could be amazing. Like Intel, I mean, yeah, it was up 1.4%, you know, finally. Today it was up 12.69% on the week. I think they broke through like a resistance or something. I mean, technically Micron had a piercing line reversal this week. So that means if there's follow through, then it rallies from here, but that's piercing line. I don't know if it's going to actually usher in the bottom or not. And we attempt to rally. Remember, typically like tops conclude like this or this. They don't typically conclude with one top. They typically do two. What are you talking about? I mean, I can just show you. Well, I mean, I guess this is not the best. Yeah, dude, look, like you had a top, right? And then you had a dead cat bounce. This was a nice 786 retrace. They took this thing up. I mean, this was a 30% rally in 3 weeks. Okay, to attempt the rally, and they found out, oh, there's just not enough of us to rival the previous high. It's over, and we lost that level, that confirmation line, the double top, and it was over. It really was. So it's like on the weekly, we don't have that yet. We only have one peak. So it's like, okay, let's wait for the second peak then. Second discernible peak on the weekly. Will it be a higher high, lower high? It could be either. Or the same high. Typically it's lower high or higher high. Anyway. I don't know, AMD down 1%. I just, you look at things like this and it's like, it was such a great, if you miss the run, you don't want to mess with this, man. You could get so hurt. You could lose so much money. All this money just floods back into NVIDIA, and you're just wanting AMD to do what NVIDIA's doing. It's like, dude, it had its time. It had its run. NVIDIA sat out this whole run. Broadcom, huge green candle. I mean, this looks so good. I mean, I guess back to 491. It's one of your third highest candle close ever on the weekly. Yeah, huge. Very good. I guess they defended 370. So actually it looks super strong, man. Super strong trend on semiconductor. Just still correcting. No edge, no structure, nothing. Just, I don't really see anything on this. On semiconductor, great, cool, pump and dump. I mean, some of these are just like, I mean, this one too, a bullish engulfing candle on R, LR, CX, Lamb Research. What a trend, but it's been correcting for a while. And you just got to wonder, are they going to do this eventually? All that, you do this before that? Probably. They'll probably attempt to rally on all these. They haven't yet, clearly. Qualcomm, 4.6+%. That's a big piercing line. Y'all remember this? We're looking at this like yesterday. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever. The falling wedge. Nice gap up. Highest candle close since July 27th. Beautiful on Qualcomm. Oh my God, dude. I got the Beetlejuice, Lewis and Clark. Holy crap. Let's go, Gordie Powell.
Hey Mitch, can you check $ABCL?
Yeah, for sure. Wow, Texas Instruments, dude. This is huge. Wow, they held the level. They defended it. I don't know if it's over or not. I mean, it looked like all hope was lost, but this is a failed, like Head and Shoulders failed double top. It would be invalid above 313. So very good. The buyers got it together on TXN. Very interesting here. I wonder if that's and look at that first level positive Momo since July 10th, really June 23rd, starting to do things again. Very interesting on TXN. They caught their footing. But will it be enough? You need to continuously have a favorable macro environment. Applied materials, just, you don't really know, man. Like, you don't know if it's over. They're probably going to attempt to rally and put in a lower high, and then it'll be over later. So they could just be working on that reflexive rally, the dead cat bounce, but it's just more like attempted rally. They're gonna market participants on applied materials are gonna attempt to see if they can rival that high from June 30th. They might very well be able to do it, but probably not. NXPI, I don't even know. Like, what is this? Wow. I mean, my God, dude, that's kind of insane. Like, what the heck? This is actually kind of crazy on this one because it's just so much support here. Resistance. That was like a top of a range kind of, and they've just pulled it back. They filled all the gaps. Man, it'd be sick to get some sort of like local confirmation low here or something around this level. Like, this is actually kind of interesting. Like, if they could defend all this, maybe it could run again for sure. 3.42%. Kind of a bullish convergence, yeah. They got oversold again with the highest low and kind of the history of the stock. Above resistance, not bad. NXPI. ADI, I don't know. It's just on my list. Wow, they defended. Looks like they defended 362.99. It's attempting a rally. No real structures or anything, patterns. Just, okay, it happens. You don't have to have an edge for a pump. The NVIDIA was on here. TSM. Taiwan Semiconductor. So good, man. So strong. Highest low ever. And I guess anything above 390 is good. Hang on, oh my God!
Anon tipped $100.
Let's go, Anon. Thanks so much for the freaking 100. Thank you, dude. I really, really appreciate it. I don't know who you are, man. But it doesn't even like notify me anymore. Even if you're Anon, I can still see your PayPal and it doesn't show up anymore. I gotta do something, man. I gotta figure it out. Thank you, Anon. I'll figure out who you are later. Really, really grateful. You know, still after all these years, still 100% crowdsourced. So I mean, like any contribution you make to this stream, I mean, that's you saying, hey man, I want you to continue doing what you're doing. Don't get discouraged. Don't burn out. Just keep coming back, man, and just doing what you're doing. What I've been doing 8.5 years. So thank you so much for that, man. Oh yeah, racist pirates use the hard R. Oh, that's actually really good. Dang, dude.
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Thank you. Wow. Anon, you like that? Was that a good joke? Bad joke. Bad joke. So I guess like Taiwan Semiconductor, maybe if we plot it like this, it's like back in the channel, they defended it. So the upside could take you maybe to 44, maybe you know, top of the channel, right? It's the overbought threshold of the uptrend, maybe. I guess above 390, you're good. You're good to go on TSM. ASML, you know, someone just requested, they were just like, look at some of the semiconductors. I mean, it's just another one. Like they're attempting a rally here. There's no real like rhyme or reason here. Like, oh, it's a good setup. No, dude, you're just coming off. I mean, they just defended 1550, the high from February, and you're just rallying. I mean, that's fine. I don't think it's a channel or anything. I don't really know what it is. It's just, yeah, maybe it's a wedge, dude. Maybe. Okay, I guess it broke out. It's not really anything, you know. I don't. Supply line broke, maybe. Yeah, sure. Maybe it keeps going, you know.
Cryptghost tipped $26.26. Hey Mitch, keep living the dream, my man. Let's have a dealer's choice.
Do you know the way? I have some evidence Manbear Pig could be in this area.
Thank you so much, Cryptghost. Don't you mean Crypto Ghost because crypto's so dead that you're the ghost of crypto? Or do you mean like Crypt Ghost? Like, it's kind of an oxymoron because like ghosts won't exist in crypts unless it's like the initial stage of the paranormal event, right? Where it's like the dead body is in the crypt and then he's there for like 1 second. He like awakens and then he's out of the crypt. And so it's like pretty much the most useless thing about a ghost is the crypt. Oh, dude, that's my home. What ghost is going back to his crypt ever? Never. Because like whenever the past trauma is resolved, they just disappear. They don't, right? We know that from like Lord of the Rings. So no one's going back to the crypt, dude. So you should just be either Crypto Ghost, because Crypt Ghost doesn't really work at all. At all, dude. Okay. Skyworks, which is like an incredible one. Like, dude, this is it. Of 5.66%. You cannot tell. This one, we've been talking about this ever since March. I mean, this is incredible. This is like now. Unreal, dude. This is MRTA stuff, dude. This is the MRTA specialty. This type of stuff. It's just beautiful. Highest price since late June. But we're waiting on $86, but probably $113. Dude, this is everything. This is it's a seminar. It's like if I could teach you, you know, this is what I teach. This is like, these are the things that I look at and I get excited about. But they don't all play out, right? They sometimes Goodyear or Goodyear hasn't failed, but it's still, I'm saying, like sometimes they crap out. So sometimes they're up here and it looks like, oh, it's promising, and then they fail, right? And then they create the same type of structures later at new inflection points, and then they play out. So SWKS, if you remember. Okay.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Anyone got any opinion on the ghost crypt thing? Battle station aging? Yeah, dude, it is. Why do you say that though? Oh, it's so old, man. Let's see. ABCL. Verstage. Abustaja. Abkeleria. Oh, nice. Dude, you know what they did? All they did was this. All they did was confirm that first low. Holy crap. This is it, dude. Yeah, this is it. This is going, it's already up 9% after hours on earnings. It's not earnings today, right? No, there's no earnings. It's just for some reason it's up 9%. News. Okay, so target $10. $10. Remember you requested this and it was awesome. And guess what? It's awesome more. It's even more awesome. Anytime you get a second test of the same thing that you liked before, confirming it makes it better. So, okay, see at 10, maybe even 14, 47. Okay. What a dream, dude. Look how they hidden bullish divergenced that too. The second low, the slightly higher low based on candle closes, they implied a continuation right there on the RSI as well. So there you have it, man. Great stuff. I mean, you knew it was doing anyway. It was the rounding action, but anything above 544, 573 was good, but now even better. USAR looks good, but earnings, oh God. Oh God. Dealer's choice, huh? Let me dude, we found so many. I'm gonna have to find another one. This up's 11% right now, so it's up 17% today with after hours trading on ABCL. Wow. Okay, it'll take me a minute if I'm gonna do you know, if I'm gonna do dealer's choice, you gotta give me a minute. Man, that one, if only they could get, it just looks so bad right now. I can't. That's a good one too. Like Disney looks interesting here, but I wish it would pull back. Oh, we looked at Qualcomm already. You've listened to someone back, oh my God! Nothing to say, Diversity, just throwing the 50 down. Thank you so much, dude.
I have some evidence Van Bear Pig could be in this area.
Holy crap, dude.
Technology.
Dang, dude, I've been going pretty crazy on my soundboard. I want to find some more soundboard, but don't want to get too crazy with it.
32.33 repeating, of course.
Thank you, dude.
That's pretty neat.
Thank you, dude. Holy crap. Very man. Thank you, dude. But I was in the middle of scanning for dealer's choice when you tipped, so thank you, dude.
GFS. Global Foundries. 4 hours. Bet on Scott's software from the April 15th low. Recaptured 200D small. And 200W small.
All right, crypto regard, which could mean you're regarding crypto, which makes you not regarded, but just kidding, because the weekly on Bitcoin Ethereum is promising for reversal. So we like, you know, we respect the TA, so but we also understand crypto is garbage. So I won't be surprised if Bitcoin goes higher. All right, still looking for this dealer's choice, but I will get to that one. So, okay. Just hold tight. It's going to take me a minute probably, but you know, I think you understand. Like no one will care. I don't even think this is a dealer's choice because it's so horrible, but could you imagine this? Just imagine. It's like the Mad Men. Tilray type to return of bullish deep crab. Maybe. Look at this. Just building positive Momo again. In the basement. Everyone gave up on it. It pumped, it dumped. But what if this is it, dude? What if it's it? Something to think about. Not saying to, It's kind of cool because it literally is bullish divergence and they hit the oversold threshold. So you do have that, but it is, they don't make money. We use schedule 1 still. But you got some things here on the weekly. What probably will happen though is maybe they'll rally it and then you'll get like a second like low on the type 2 and then it's just like this drawn out crap, and then if it doesn't fail then it goes higher. So they'll probably do something like that just based on like what you see, you know, so much.
Bruh.
Okay. But yeah, not even dealer's choice, just memes. I was just scanning and saw it. I'm like, wait, don't forget. Just give me a sec. We'll see. Yeah. No, I'm good.
LOL. Misspelled my own screen name, and yes, I am the ghost of Crypto's past, haha.
Bruh.
There you are. Thank you, Crypto Ghost, for the 690, not Crypt Ghost, because that would have been silly. Wow, look at Wheaton Precious Metals. They broke out today. This uptrend's not over. It's like a little wedge in the end, right? Wedge or whatever. I mean, it's kind of like a wedge. Yeah, dude. Holy crap. That's a huge 23% candle this week alone. Wow. How about that? Think about the metals trend and their performance compared against the spot price of the metals like gold and silver. So much better. Like it is only a mere 21%, 22% off all-time highs, which is just pretty bad. But just look at it, man. Like still like higher than it was in November. So I guess that's kind of similar. It's pretty similar to gold and silver actually. But just still looking at the weekly, you know, it kind of condenses everything and it actually looks solid. What a breakout. WPM. That's not my dealer's choice though. I'm just looking here, okay? Just looking around. Oh, Eastman Chemical, maybe? I don't know, man. Newsweek, pretty good. Sorry, guys. It's just, ooh, Comcast, maybe? Man, that's like a dumpster. That's a dumpster, though, man. That's not like any sort of trend thing. Yeah, I can't trust that
I think
either.
Enphase is gearing back up for a nice rally.
You think so, huh? You think so? Ron, we can look at it for sure. My God, how are they gonna keep this up? How is this gonna do it, man? How is Synopsys gonna hold 375 again? Like, I just don't see how they can. Like, it seems doomed, but gosh dang, after 3 failures up here. Sorry, I'm just looking around. Wow, ConocoPhillips broke out. Maybe it's inverse head and shouldering, but maybe not. Not at a key level or anything, so. Rimon trying to make a comeback after being devastated. Wow, how about that? Smart Home freaking out. Smart Rent, excuse me. That was an M shape, but I don't think they got to the 886, did they? It was a 786. Yep, not quite an 886. It was like an 85% retrace. Dang, man. How about that? I mean, they almost sharked it. I wish they would. I wish they would have. But I mean, a 3% differential, Scott says is okay. So, I mean, it was pretty freaking close before this crazy reaction, huh? On earnings. Wow. Guess we'll keep our eye on that one. We already looked at so many of these. Dealer's choice, man. Because we found all these other ones, and it's like, I mean, Skyworks is kind of like the real one, but it's already playing out. Pfizer, jeez. Yeah, it might take all day for a dealer's choice, chat. I'm just gonna sit back and relax a little. Don't know if I can trust Hasbro right now. Yeah, dude, only one dealer choice a day now, because like we got the ones that. Oh. I wonder if ICL can keep it together above 487. I wonder, man. Like you could definitely, like, if you want to trade this, just stop loss below 487 and see if this thing rides to 639, 689. Yeah, I mean they're just like bottoming it, and then they're maybe that's all, you know. If it's holding here, momentum shifting again, maybe like you might have a chance on ICL. Lucky Martin looks pretty good above 490, 450. Like it's just uptrending, right? And like they just made the highest low ever. The old resistance flipped to support. It's still not like, EPD doesn't look great.
Hey Mitch, good to have you back. Could you check CRM? Weekly has B2B patterns plus higher lows and looks like AMD before breakout.
Yeah, we can. Thanks for the 20 Sidiums. Thank you, dude, for 2,000 rupees. Actually, it looks like this one, Darden's starting to look good again. Like it's like they're right. It looked bad, and then they're just sellers can't do anything, and they're just holding this thing up. So now you just gotta wonder, like, they're putting in the higher lows here. Yeah, this actually doesn't look bad. Darden looks kind of good again, above the 200, which they were struggling with for so much. Yeah, this could be like the highest low, I mean, ever of Darden, and almost like a long extended cup with handle. I don't know. This looks actually better now. BMY was like one that we had identified back in October. And look at it now. I mean, what a type 1 king. Looking up against big resistance, looks so strong. In phase, we're here. Yeah, in phase, incredible here. I mean, above 35 and 38. It's amazing. Like, yeah, like they took it all the way down, 886'd it pretty much. Look, low to high. 88% retrace at the bottom. So it's just funny. I'm going through a big stock watch list, and this was Aaron's request anyway. So congrats. Yeah, deep retrace, the highest low of the new uptrend after the highest high. This is in an uptrend. So once they break 42.40, dude, it's going to be straight back up to 58 bucks again, and then you're just going to be making higher lows probably from here on out for a long time. Like this is the genesis. This is what the genesis of a new trend looks like when you're identifying M shapes. How many countless M shapes have looked like this, and then you get all this after, right? Like Alibaba. I mean, ACHR did it. A bunch of different ones. Activision Blizzard. I think Nvidia at one time did something like this. I know Apple back in 09 or somewhere did this too. Bitcoin's done this. It's just like this is the beginning. So yeah, losing all this is a perfect entry area. I mean, as close to 35 to 40 as possible, or 35 to 38, but you're at 41.87. So I mean, like once they break this, dude, you're so set up for higher prices. So yeah, man. Yeah, value perceived area and a new trend. You got it in phase. So it's like, if you can't get the entry where it is now, it's literally like this. Like simple. Like I don't know why you would want to own it below 35.50. You wouldn't. I mean, you could swing for, I would just swing for this high again. Like I literally would look at it like that. Like you're just going back to the same high and then like the continuation. Target 2 would be like right here. Maybe it's like a little zone or something. Yeah, I mean, that's the zone. And then maybe we just go, I don't know, target 3. That's all you need right there. Target 1 and 2. But say it continued, would you just go target 3 and just completely exit there, or go higher, swing for like another like the resistance from 2020? Maybe you could do it like that. Like, dude, it's like pretty much like that. Like maybe it comes down to 30 bucks again, you get stopped out. It's a real type 2, but I don't know, man. Like I feel like the buyers have this piece of data is like kind of it's signaling maybe that buyers now control this subtly. So I don't know if that's helpful, but yeah, it'd be like that. So it's like legit now, finally trend analysis, technical indicators, and we did have a harmonic pattern. It could be the type 2 return. It may not be the type 2. We don't really have to have that per se in this context of the setup. But yeah, it's a pretty cool. I mean, this is like definitely a low risk, high reward opportunity for like a longer play. If we're like talking about the trend reversed, and we are at the beginning phase of it, like you just concluded the first part of it, could be looked at like that. So, hello chat. Good God, what is that? 3 messages from y'all in 3 minutes. Like, what is that? Pathetic. Wow. Wow, dude. I'm wondering if like microchip MCHP, like they're just putting in another higher low. It's almost like you have a 3 rising valleys. Like you have like, they're pretty proportionate. They're probably not perfect or anything, but it's just like 1 and 2 and maybe 3. Wow, look at that. It's actually very pretty. And the third valley is like back testing a swing low. It's 70. You're above the 200. Hit a really nice day today, up 13.89%. If they can break through this last level, $90, I mean, that could be it. Like, it could be really getting ready here. Let's see, like 3-day probably looks phenomenal. You have hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day. Look at this low, slightly higher low, with the much higher low. Holding the 3-day 200 simple moving average. Look at this hidden divergence there. They do have earnings. Oh, they already, we don't have to worry about earnings anymore, thank God. Hidden bullish, implying a continuation higher. Like, that's really, really big deal. So MCHP, sucks that it was up so much today, but my God, they're putting in that third low here. Interesting. What's up with the trading view thing? Is that not working? It should show. Oh, it works, but weird. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Anthony. There are requests, but like, I guess that's the dealer's choice. That's my best dealer's choice, is the MCHP. Okay, so been spending a lot of time on that one. Gotta move on now. 3 rising valleys. MCHP above 90 is prosperity, possibly price discovery to like 120 beyond. Okay. Thank you, Crypto Ghost, GFS for Crypto Regard. That's right, Trader Man. Well, again, I'm here as a tool for you to utilize on your trading journey. All right, GFS, Global Foundries, 4 hour, he said. He wants the 4 hour, of course. You do have it. Let me make those visible on the 4 hour too. Just want this one level. So would be nice if you could hit 44.64. They just couldn't do it, man. You're probably like, yeah, I guess the frame, the software is like this. It's batting. I mean, certainly an 886, but dude, it'd just be so much nicer if they could hit that 44.64 level, because that is literally the level. Yeah, but I guess you could be like, well, there are other levels that were never hit. See this right here, like right there in 2022. There, it was support, resistance. Okay, it's like, wow. Okay, it's pretty simple to set it up, right? If you were just wanting to play the type 1 right now, you might be close enough. But you see what I'm talking about? That's history, okay? And then we scoot in and we can see like they did test that. So it's like we know the cutoff. We probably don't want to own GFS below 44.64. This is a bat, so we make it teal. We have teal bats here. Is this what you're talking about, dude? So, if you wanted to play it, and there's certain divergence on the 4 hour too. The divergence really coming in now, like resolving this. Nice divergence. Only way to play it now, unfortunately, like you're a little off. I mean, it's up 7%. Say like you pull back 3%, you know, like on Monday, and you got a better shot. Like you would. This is it. Like it's A and C are so close. Like that's how you play it. It's like a 5-1. I don't know what else you'd really be doing. I guess you could take profit at this peak. Yeah, that's a 72.58. If you wanted.
Yo, Mitch, can you look at possible cup and handle?
Sure. Why not, dude? Thank you so much. Okay, maybe you could like see, still not even equitable there. So a 3-1 for the 79.59. If you were lucky enough for a pullback on Monday, right? Because it's still like not even an entry. That's what makes it tougher. So that could be target 2. If you wanted to target 3, if you ever want to target 3 for harmonic trading, you just Fibonacci the top part of the harmonic to the completion of the harmonic, and that will give you your next targets again via Fibonacci extensions. And so you can go 1272, or you can say screw it and just go 1414, or you can go 1272, and then you could also go 1618. You can have 4 targets, or you can have 3. 3 would just be a 1414. So that's the way you would play a 4 hour M shape if you wanted. Just know like it's a type 1 reaction possibly. And I like actually plotted it like this for a just in case it pulls back 3% on Monday, because it's hard. It's really hard long in something that's up 7% on the day, right? Does that make sense? To crypto regard, April 15th low. April 15th low. Weird, because that to me would be the low, not April 15th. Would be this one. But yeah, that's not even really, I mean, it's really to me like the real ones like here, September, April last year. But yeah, I get it. Like if you're just going from 4 hour swing lows, maybe that's the one. So go over the 3618. Yeah, dude, just $200+. Yep. So something like that. Okay. What you would preferably want is a little bit, yeah, a nicer entry, a little bit, you know, I don't know if that helps or makes sense. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to publish it. I'm just going to have it.
Lizard, 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 lizard. Lizard.
No way. No way. What is this garbage?
Sorry. I need my water. I forgot to bring my water in here.
Mitch Ray TA Encore Stream LFG.
What's that? Encore stream? I need my water, man. I've been live now, hour and 50 minutes, almost 2 hour live stream at this point. Okay, so if you're enjoying it, please hit the like button, that bell, sub. You know, I mean, look, they recaptured the 200-day moving average on GFS. It's not bad, like, but the daily does, like, you would want to type 2 here. Yeah, I always would. You would, but you may not get it. Like, I've seen where you don't get it, but like, you know the cutoff. At least you know the cutoff. At least you know it's at an area where there is a maximum upside potential if it succeeds, 72 to 79. And we know like you're close enough to the bottom to where, there's more upside than there is downside before it fails. So, oh, that's right. How'd you even remember, dude? How did you remember?
Who's this guy? Mr. Balloons. Mr. Balloon Hands.
Mr. Balloon Hands. 8 hour stream nostalgia. Let's do it, dude.
Roll Tide.
All right, next one was lit. I bet y'all. Oh, CRM, excuse me. CRM's next, then lit. CRM. Salesforce, which was in HubSpot territory, kind of. Maybe. It is rallying off the pattern completion zone, off the 886. You still got earnings coming up. Well, it's the day of NVIDIA, so they're just reacting. I wouldn't consider this a real M shape, a formal Scott Carney M shape, because the B to D point is not a 1618. You need to have that. The B point's less relevant. It doesn't matter on a shark. The B to D point is very important. A 1618 to 224 Fibonacci. You don't have that here, so whatever. Just you could make it like an 886 Gartley maybe. I mean, you could make this work somehow, but anyway, 161.24. They bounced off of it, but the trend's not your friend. You're still below the 200 moving average. You're not making a higher high. You just made the lowest low of the downtrend. So when you're using that type of verbiage, that type of wording, that type of language, it's not really great, right? Like the rally that you're getting off the 886 is less likely to sustain. It's more likely than not going to crap out, make the lowest high, roll over again, retest the lows, and if you're lucky, you hold it. But you see, like when you're making consecutive lower highs, lower lows, just think about the momentum. Sellers control momentum. So until you're making a higher low of sorts, like for real, and then maybe a higher high or two, like you just, buyers don't have control of the asset. So I mean, I think that like you want that evidence via price action, because like what'll happen typically first is, oh, bullish divergence. Well, yeah, the sellers get exhausted. Look, the low, the lower low, the lowest low. And every time you make a slightly lower low, they are indicating that they're getting exhausted on the RSI. And eventually you get little rallies, exhaustion rallies. But those exhaustion rallies don't really manifest into much, especially if the sellers are in control of the momentum. And you can see all the triple bullish divergence. That should be crazy. Not very crazy, man. Below 202, key resistance support, and below the 200 moving average, and below the well-established, most discernible previous high, which is a lower high. So just not great, man. Even if you do have the M shape, your add value area, you don't have the structure. You don't have the momentum shift. You don't have the accumulation evidence. You have none of that yet, right? What you want to see down here. Yeah, let all this resolve, but eventually you'll get more favorable price action that will make the trade. I think it would make it a viable trade if you ever got the stuff I'm talking about. And stuff I'm talking about is, again, type 2 returns. You want, all right, you see M shape's complete, right? You know what you really want? When an M shape completes, you want stuff like this. Okay. ServiceNow, at one point, ServiceNow made the lowest low. It made the lowest low of the downtrend, but it hit a support. It correlated to support. It rallied, but then it came back, checked back to that key level. Then locally, same thing, like testing. But look, this low, the lowest low, it's now a higher low. You now have evidence of more than before. Positive price action to key levels that have been reversal points before. So, and look at it today. Highest daily candle close on ServiceNow since June 2nd. Broke above the 200-day simple moving average for the first freaking time since October of last year. Incredible. ServiceNow. This is the stuff you want to see when M-shape's complete. You can't just be, I'm happy with this. It's good. You'll get a rally, but it'll probably be short-lived. And it was, and they'll come check back and test again and again. And then I now feel more confident to believe that a more sustainable rally will occur now because they have put in one low and now a major second low. You see, though, what happens? Like on the lowest low, they'll show the divergence and then a big rally, and then that big rally doesn't last long. The second low comes in and you can no longer make bullish divergence because you're putting in a higher low. So you always typically want to see more than before. Those are the best trades, the more sustainable trades. All right. Or at least you have the highest probability of success for that. Yeah. For your price objectives to get hit. So we can go to lit now. It's lit S coins, perpetual swap, lits. Dude, I bet it's so good, dude. I bet you this is the best thing ever on the butthole exchange. Okay. No, it's no, not how can it be a cup with handle when the left side doesn't really, you want a cup with handle, man. You want a cup with handle is like, okay, you have a peak and you have a valley, and then you have a matching peak, maybe an overshooting peak, and then you get like what you're talking about. And that creates a confirmation line. So you have a validity line, like, oh, is it a real pattern or not? Do you see on the left side, there is no peak. See that the peak of your cup would be up here at 315, 314 pi, no pi's intended. Far too low. And a cup with handles, typically a continuation pattern, not a reversal. This is probably more like a rounding bottom. Like you have like rounding action. Okay, cool. But it doesn't have like a confirmation line or anything. So for me, it's kind of more like, it looks like you have a swing low right here at 224 that they recaptured, which is good. And it kind of ties in with a swing high back from January. There's not much data on this chart. So, and what I hate about cup with handles is typically they end up turning into double tops. And people go so long at the highest risk area. That's why I hate cup with handles. It's like you're trying to long a potential pattern, and you're paying the utmost premium on the asset that could be already topped out, already over. Right? Slightly higher high double tops. Bitcoin did it. Remember back in 2021, people max longing, Raw Paul, max long Ethereum after that slightly higher high double tap, and it's just that. So, but yeah, if it plays out, okay, you get measured moves. Bitcoin on the monthly did that too. But yeah, I just don't see it as a real cup with handle because the context is more like rounding bottom, and it's not in continuation form. But yeah, anything above $2, let's say $2, you're probably okay. You're okay. You'd probably just target for 314, 315. And then I guess if you wanted to, maybe 360. Yeah, if you're above $2, you're okay. Below it, you want to probably cut your losses. It's probably over. It's probably going to go way, way lower. So I guess that's all you can do for now, is like have that $2 be the line in the sand, psychological, but it's also, with the very little data we have on this, it's a swing high from January. So cup with baby dragon. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me. Next request was nothing. Nothing. That was it. That was the last request, chat. So I've been live now 2 hours. 2-hour live stream, chat. We did it. I don't even know if I was going live today. And I was like, you know what? F it. Let's do it, man. We got records. Record closes. Wow, that's so funny. Okay, so what a stream. Good stream today. It was great seeing y'all. I hope y'all have like a wonderful weekend. I hope you made some tendies this week, you know, your portfolio. It was a good week for the most part. And now we're waiting on Bitcoin. Remember how long now have they really been trying, since the beginning of July, to break this level for real, and they can't, and they're trying to bullishly engulf today. I hope we have a good power hour.
VST, please.
So defund bike police, VST, quick order VST. Hello, Vistra Corp. Not Vista, but Vistra. Oof. Not looking good. Looks terrible. Actually, it looks like a great short trade setup. This looks horrible. This looks like the worst thing ever. This looks like, man, the close short at 168, the most optimum short entry ever. There looks like there's just a massive amount of distribution going on, and you wouldn't do anything but target for 107.60. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Beautiful bearish setup right here, but you're just too far off the entry. Like you want to be up here. You want to enter the short here, and then your take profit is definitely like 107, maybe 111, 112. That's it though. Yeah. Remember the low or the high, the slightly higher high. Oh, is this a cup with handle, man? Cup with handle? No, it wasn't. So yeah, someone's offloading their position here all year. Now you're trading with the 200 moving average, the 200 moving average down sloping. All your moving averages, the price is below. See, when you're below all the moving average, very healthy for a downtrend. So this could run here. And you know, you target that 107.60 to 111 area anyway, because from the previous low to high, what is that? That is the 88% retrace, 106, 107. That's your target anyway. Okay. Even if this is a shark, you know you broke the bad action magnet move. The bad action magnet move was 179 right there. high probability was 786, 886, and I'm telling you, so 107, 108, right there. So, yeah, entering now, higher risk because it could rally again. They could do this. Look how much they've been doing it. They could do it again. Right? And then it rolls over. So that's the problem when you're requesting it now, where it is today, but you could have requested this, you know, late July, and it'd have been a much easier way to size up a short. But there's no long opportunity here. This will be a short only. Or nothing. Don't own it. Does that make sense? Okay. BIP 110 activates tomorrow. Could be big movement. What? Really? Is that good? BST established in 1882. Well, they're about to be going back in time, man. The way it looks, dude, looks really good for lower prices, and that's fine. So we got about, where you are right now, you got about another 23% downside. There you go, dude. Quick defund bike police. Thank you for the 20. All right. What a historic week. What a good day today. SpaceX finally coming back. Nvidia waking up. It looks like it's about to regain its spot as someone to be remembered, because everyone forgot about Nvidia. They forgot, man, and they will be mistaken. Okay, so we did it, man. Bitcoin's still kind of broken out, if you can tell. They actually did it. So thank y'all. The likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Diversity stole my bike. Thanks for the 100. Session Top Jesus. I'll be back. And Anon also. Anon to like 50 or 100. Thank y'all so much for everything. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.
JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Adios, turd nuggets.